Howdy, thanks, and welcome to the first match of the night, NGS Season 9. Tonight, we have CPogX Fanclub and Deathwing's Hookah Lounge. First map of the night is going to be Cursed Hollow. First pick goes to Deathwing's Hookah Lounge. We're still waiting on their first ban. This is a heroic division matchup. These are some of the best teams in NGS. I look forward to a fantastic night of brilliant plays, clever counter plays, and decisive victory. Joanna comes out as the first ban for Deathwing's Hookah Lounge. Clear evidence that they don't want to take the best tank in the game, and they want to deny her from CPX Fanclub. Greymane being banned by CPX. Big damage dealer, big dive potential. Now awaiting the second ban from Deathwing's Hookah Lounge. And Cho banned. No two-headed ogre tonight. Get that guy out of here. All right, second ban coming over to CPX Fanclub. Sylvanas coming out. Sylvanas has been a very popular pick ban over the course of the week. Deathwing coming out for Star Fox 64, taken to the skies in that R-Wing. Big first pick, lots of map presence, lots of disrupt as far as channeling the objective goes. Not a whole lot of CC, however. Malthael and Abathur coming out. Malthael, the Deathwing killer, and Abathur to get that soak and provide some teamfight presence while doing it. ETC and Falstad, more map presence coming from the Falstad, and depending on the ETC ultimate choice, that's 3 potential globals for Team Deathwing's Hookah Lounge. Looks like they're going for a lot of that split push and soak, especially to counter the Abathur. Next ban coming to CPX Fanclub. Probably going to ban a healer as that's the most limited choice, and they do. They ban out Stukov. Next ban for Deathwing's Hookah Lounge. And Jimmy getting banned for DHL. No Raynor going to be in this game. They are a bulky team, and Raynor does bring a lot of extra percent damage. Team CPX Fanclub does still need a healer and a tank, unless they're going no heals with Abathur support, which I highly doubt at this level of play, but it could happen. Rhaegar and Samuro bringing the orcs to Cursed Hollow. Samuro, don't know a whole lot about him just because he's never appealed to me as a hero, but he does bring a lot of pestering to the game, or to the yeah, to the game, and will probably serve as a large distraction for DHL to deal with. Rhaegar, good area heals, and a lot of potential damage. Li Ming and Brightwing coming out for Deathwing's Hookah Lounge. Brightwing, another global, and Li Ming, big burst damage. If she gets those resets, that can turn into sustained damage, but it only sustains as long as the enemies are dying. Last pick coming out for CPog Fanclub, and it should be a tank. It's not. It's a Hanzo. This is a interesting team lineup. A Bruiser and an Abathur gonna will serve, it looks like, as the front line into a tank and a Bruiser full of globals. It looks like they're going for a full push strategy, not really gonna worry about team fights. My oh my. Alright folks, here we go. Alright, so again, on CPogX Fanclub, we have Legacy on Rhaegar, Nintori on Abathur, TGG Noah on Hanzo, Got Filth on Samuro, and Deagle Dan on Malthiel, playing into Blue 1442. I really want to say Set Hut after that on Brightwing, Star Fox 64 on Deathwing, Big Wiz ETC on Big Wiz on ETC, Patches on Li Ming, and Devo on Falstad. You know, it shouldn't be that surprising that Deathwing is the first pick for Deathwing's Hookah Lounge in their first match of the season. It seems very apropos. And here we are into the Cursed Hollow. Let's take a look at level 1 talents. We have Way of Illusion for Samuro. Someone in chat can tell me what that really means. I'm not going to sit here and read it. Simple Geometry from Hanzo. Looks like we're going into math class. Pressurized Glands. All right, we do have a pause from Team Deathwing's Hookah Lounge. They have up to 10 minutes of pause time. That timer is started. Is it no, it's 15 minutes of pause time each team gets. Just giving a little bit of extra information to the team, or both teams. All right, so we only have 4 talents picked before the pause, and it looks like Patches on Li Ming is having some trouble loading in. Oh man. All right, we do have a resolution. And there we go. Here we are in the mid lane as nothing else is happening. Both teams are about to come out. To finish up with the level 1 talents, we have Block Party from ETC, Force Armor from Li Ming, Hyper Shift for them Globals on Brightwing, and Wingman on Falstad, again with Dragon Soul on Deathwing. Still no more level 1 talents from Team CPogX Fanclub. Now we get Wolf Run for the Ghost Wolf speed on Rhaegar. No talent for Malthael yet. A little bit of sparring in the middle lane. Oh, uh-oh. There we go. Now we're back. A little bit of skirmishing up in the top lane. ETC and Li Ming on the Samuro, just trying to get a little bit of extra push. With the taunt emote coming out from the ETC. A little two-man exchange down by. ETC comes down, help out his teammates. Sliding in. Hanzo gets away over the wall. Deathwing down in the bot having a little exchange with Malthael. Malthael looking to be on the winning side of that with that percentage damage ticking off. That is big into Deathwing. Deathwing going to have to fly away for a little bit. Looks like he's going to back first. Never mind. Rhaegar with the capture on the siege camp early to push down the top lane. Looks like Samro's in a little bit of a pickle, but he gets out with his illusions. Brightwing putting some poke on Abathur. Abathur in the middle lane trying to get some extra soak while his team is migrating. Hanzo and Rhaegar picking up the Bruiser camp. Early Bruiser camp to put pressure mid. The siege camp finally made it to the lane. Falstad getting caught by a Malthael, but he just walks back. Malthael not getting too much on. He jumps back on, puts Falstad at just about half health. Devo getting behind his gate. Both teams are level 4, picking up level 4 talents. Another Bruiser camp being picked up, this time on behalf of DHL. Li Ming finally gets that siege camp down. Yeah, Deathwing does not heal in the Hall of Storms. He does have to take to the skies to heal. That's why I thought that's what he was doing first. Looked like he was trying to be, though, so that he would have an opportunity to fly safely if his timer wasn't up. Because the fly is uninterruptible. Once you start it, cannot be interrupted. Whereas the back is interrupted by damage. And he doesn't start healing in the core. He starts healing once he's in the skies. Not the core, the Hall of Storms. Deathwing able to start channeling on the first tribute. Stops for a second. Rhaegar finding him, coming to interrupt. That channel is not going to work out. Li Ming going to try to channel instead. Rhaegar looks like he's spooping around. A sonic arrow from Hanzo interrupts Li Ming and gives vision. The scattered arrows further interrupting. Hanzo can poke at this objective for a long time. Slide through the Rhaegar by ETC. Orb goes out, but just misses. Rhaegar jumping on the Li Ming. Li Ming going back to the gate. Hanzo jumps over the wall to try to catch her. Gets her down to 1 bar health, but it's not going to be enough. The Q doesn't land. Deathwing trying to cause some trouble while Li Ming's coming back. Deathwing in his own trouble. Down below, half health. He's missing 2 plates of armor. He's got poison out on him. ETC trying to stop the Malthael. ETC paying the price for it, however. ETC will be first blood to the Malthael. And Hanzo starts to channel on the objective, interrupted by Brightwing and an orb coming through. Samro still in the bottom lane, getting a lot of pressure and push out of that. He's going to stop that siege camp. His team is up by about half a level. And this objective is still going on. But Falstad and Malthael are both duking it out in the in the middle lane, I should say. Samuro deciding three's company instead, split up, trying to push that fort. Objective being left mostly alone. Big Wiz slides in on the as the ETC. Hanzo fighting him back off. ETC says no thank you. He runs off. Brightwing up in the front, getting those auto attacks off. Here comes Deathwing. And Abathur dropping the mule. Tower catches ETC. Those new tower changes are a pain, and ETC felt that pain. ETC dead again. Falstad does manage to capture the first tribute, putting his team up as they get the Rhaegar. Rhaegar goes down. Kill count 2-1. Favor CPogX Fanclub. Deathwing not looking too healthy, but he's walking on down to try to deal with the Samuro. Samuro walking up, wanting to take the watchtower, but that's not going to work out. Falstad flies down. Samuro just going to have to get out of there. Li Ming trying to get some poke out on the structures, get a little bit of pressure. Again, with all of these team fights on this map, every bit of map pressure you can get is huge. Gives you as much advantage as possible while everyone's in the jungle. Or it forces the other team.
Shall we see who gathers enough tribute this time?
It either forces the other team to, I forgot what I was saying, to defend, or it means that you get pushed on while you're going for the objective. However, a little bit of skirmish in the middle lane. Deathwing gets caught by some scatter arrows. That quest is almost finished, simple geometry that is, for Hanzo, going a full W build with Dragon Strike. There it is. Simple geometry is finished. He will get 2 additional arrows every time he casts scatter arrows. Oh my goodness, the boss captured in the bottom lane. During that skirmish, boss pushing in on the bot lane as well. Falstad trying to defend off the keep. The objective spawns. Hanzo's getting the bruiser cam, looking out for Rhaegar as he captures fire and brimstone raining down from the Deathwing with that level 7 talent. Trying to keep the interrupts up on that objective. Will it be enough? There is another one. Skyfall, that's what it's called. Li Ming trying to poke him out, but they get it captured just in time. One objective to one objective on the tributes. There goes Dragons of Arrows in Dragon Strike. That's the one. There goes Dragon Strike from Hanzo. It's not going to do a whole lot, but it was an attempt to catch Falstad. Falstad going to have to sit from the fountain. Malthael going in on the Falstad. ETC sliding through the Malthael. Rhaegar unstoppable. Bloodlust from the Rhaegar. That answers that question. They're going full into the towers. ETC with the mosh pit catching the Abathur clone in the towers. That's not going to do a whole lot. Malthael also goes down after the mosh is over. A big orb catches Hanzo as he's trying to flee. That's 2 kills to none. Favor Deathwing's Hookah Lounge, putting them up by 1 kill. However, CPX Fanclub is about to hit level 13. They will have a talent advantage. The objective is spawning. It looks like it'll be uncontested. Deathwing capping 2 tributes to 2 tributes. Looks like a little bit of a skirmish down here in the bot lane. Samuro and Rhaegar pushing in. Brightwing getting caught by the Samuro. ETC coming down. But that's just a clone. A whole lot of effort and mana spent just to kill a clone. However, they do a decent chunk of damage, so maybe it's worth the mana spent. Boss play by DHL up in the top lane, but it's caught by Malthael and Hanzo. Abathur getting the killing blow on Deathwing after all that work from Malthael. Hanzo and Malthael are going to try to finish up this boss. They might have the health pool to do it. Falstad sees that they're trying to. He's going to see what he can do to interrupt. There's not a whole lot. The boss goes down. Malthael captures. Hanzo flies down to the bot lane. Let's beat him there. Big play out. Bloodlust from the Rhaegar, but it's not going to be enough as the fly and the gust from Falstad catches the Rhaegar unprepared. Falstad, though, looking not very healthy. He makes it out just barely by the skin of his teeth. The clone Rhaegar not going to be enough to get him out. Samuro, or to get him dead, rather. Samuro looking to escape. Li Ming dashes in. Orb goes out, it hits minions. That's not going to catch him.
Blue team has destroyed a fort.
You see them trading paint on the ground. Li Ming still trying to find the Samuro. The tribute is up though. This will get the curse for Deathwing's Hookah Lounge. However, they're not going for it. Instead, Li Ming dies to the Samuro. ETC running away, missing about a third of his health. Rhaegar going in to capture the objective. Samuro still trying to push. The siege camp right above Samuro did just spawn. He's probably going to try to pick that up when he gets a second. Rhaegar channeling on the objective. Malthael to help in case Deathwing starts interrupting. There it is. Skyfall rains down. There's the Skyfall again. Rhaegar waiting until right after it hits to start the channel. Try to beat the timer. No, another Skyfall. But it does have a cooldown. They'll be able to get it at some point. He can't space it out forever. More push in the bot lane. There it goes. Rhaegar and Malthael capping basically at the same time. Who got it? I don't know. Siege Camp captured for Team Deathwing's Hookah Lounge, but they're going to pay the price of Falstad for that as they get caught. Hanzo and Rhaegar catching them out of bounds. Malthael trying to jump into the fray on the ETC. ETC looking low. Brightwing teleporting. Brightwing with the save. ETC not looking too good before that. Oh, nope, that's false excitement. I got the colors backwards. The Siege Camp is pushing for Deathwing's Hookah Lounge. Going to try to clear out a little bit of that pressure in the lane and maybe get rid of that catapult. So far, Deathwing's Hookah Lounge with the only buildings down. That is the top and the top and bottom fort. Mid fort still up, still pretty healthy.
Shall we see who gathers enough?
Only a few towers taken out on the CPX Fanclub side. However, CPX Fanclub does get another bottom lane boss. It's going to push. The objective is down here, though. Next objective is the curse. Is it in DHL's best interest to go for the curse and then stop the boss? Or let CPX Fanclub get the curse with the boss pushing into what will be disabled forts? It looks like they are trying to do as much damage to the boss as possible. Looks like ETC trying to zone. Probably going to look for an opportunity to mosh in here, but he has no backup. He runs off. Looks like more channeling on the objective from CPX Fanclub. Deathwing going to try to interrupt. He has to burn 2 on basically 1 interrupt. It's not going to be enough. And the curse hits Deathwing's Hookah Lounge just as they take out the boss. That's a little breath of fresh air. However, they still have a minute left to defend this curse. Bruiser Camp pushing mid. That's going to take that middle fort. This bottom keep being pressured real hard. Deathwing drops down. 3-man mosh pit from Big Wiz. Deathwing jumps in. ETC goes down. Li Ming falls too. Deathwing gone. That's 3 for nothing after a major mosh. That's going to hurt. CPX Fanclub looking to finish. Bottom keep goes down in favor of CPX Fanclub. Falstad doing everything he can to push him off. That was a 4-0 exchange, actually. Brightwing falling at the end. That core less than half health at a quarter. It's going down. First game, CPX Fanclub. All right, while I get information on the next match, here is the stat page. Big soak from Samuro. A lot of soak from Falstad, but not enough to keep up with the Abathur and the Samuro. That XP advantage huge, and it translated into the damage as well. Healing was about the same, but about the same healing can't keep up with a big advantage in damage. Here's a look at the talent page. We did not get to level 20 for either team. That game really back and forth at first as far as how the exchanges went, but then after the objectives started coming up, it looked like it was really rolling in favor of CPX Fanclub. When they were ready to, they were able to just push Deathwing's Hookah Lounge out. and they gave the objectives when they thought it was appropriate. But then they were able to capture pretty much uncontested. Big gust from Falstad. That was probably the play of that game. However, providing Oh no, Falstad was on the other team. It was a really big gust. It provided an awesome change in that team fight. However, it just wasn't enough to bring them through. Abathur's presence really big in that game with Ultimate Evolution, as well as Samuro just always pushing. All right, so CPX Fanclub with the map pick, the map win. Now we look to see who gets first pick. Is it, which will be determined by Deathwing's Hookah Lounge. They will. Oh, that's awkward. Deathwing's Hookah Lounge will have the decision to pick the map or pick first pick. There, who says we can't do a little bit of scaling? That's something that I've been noticing in these higher level matches is that the very small things. One, the kill count is low, 9-4. That's a low death count, and then it's just these little tiny small advantages that are able to snowball really hard. Whether it's the XP or having a little bit of structure damage going out early on. All right, looks like team. Words are hard. Looks like Team Deathwing's Hookah Lounge is picking the map Infernal Shrines. Deathwing's Hookah Lounge picking Infernal Shrines. All right. We are getting into our lobby now. I'm very interested to see what gets banned out this match. Deathwing served as some harass, that's for sure. And I'm interested to know if CPog takes Deathwing's Hookah Lounge team name into consideration this time. Deagle Dan on the. All right. And I'm also interested to see if Deathwing's Hookah Lounge finds any of the heroes that CPogX picked to be particularly bothersome. Yeah, man. Casting again. We're in between games right now. We're going into game 2 of this match. And, alright, we have everybody in the lobby. Let me make sure. Alright, everything's set up. Everything's ready to go. Except for maybe me. We'll find out. Here we are in Infernal Shrines. Another 3-lane map. It's fairly spread out. We'll see if that affects the bans. Abathur and Samuro causing problems last match in favor CPX Fanclub. Diablo ban coming out for CPX Fanclub. Deathwing's Hookah Lounge first ban. Taking a lot of time to think about it. That's good. Well thought out. Samuro ban, respect ban, coming from Deathwing's Hookah Lounge. They don't want to deal with that no more. Greymane banned out again by CPX Fanclub. Second ban from Deathwing's Hookah Lounge. Abathur ban, talk about respect. Probably the two biggest players in that match, or in that game, do get banned out, leaving Sylvanas, Windrunner, Dark Lady open for first pick by CPX Fanclub. She'll put a lot of pressure on, especially with that objective. Again, the map objective here is a shrine that spawns with guardians around it. If you defeat 40 guardians, you get a Punisher of element, or that's either Molten, Frozen, or Arcane. Kael'thas and Ana coming out from Team Deathwing's Hookah Lounge. Lots of area denial, whether it's damage or heal blocking. Heal blocking is still is basically effective damage. It's how you secure a kill. That Punisher from the objective will march forward towards the enemy team. It will alternate between going for structures and going for heroes. Joanna and Uther coming out. Crusader and a Paladin together by the light. Let's see how that works out for him. Big, bulky tank and also some pretty bulky heals. The heals do have long cooldowns, however, but Uther is really hard to kill, and he brings a lot of that crowd control with him. Sonya banned out from Deathwing's Hookah Lounge. She does provide a lot of objective presence with her spin, and she also has a lot of self-sustain, making her hard to kill. Ural coming out for basically the same reasons, however, area control as opposed to the damage. After the Sonya ban and the Ural ban, we come to Deathwing's Hookah Lounge's. How do you possessive a possessive? DHL's third and fourth picks. Blaze and Raynor. Jimmy coming into the fray this time. Last picks for Team CPogX Fan Club. We get Mephisto and Stukov. Mephisto and Stukov coming in, a double healer comp for CPogX Fanclub, again with another fairly unconventional draft. They don't really have an offlaner bruiser. Sylvanas will have to play that offlaner role more than likely. Uther being more that bruiser role as the bulk. Stitch is coming out as the tank for Deathwing's Hookah Lounge. No Deathwing this time for their team. Stitches and Blaze going to work together as a double front line for Raynor and Kael'thas. Ana supporting into Sylvanas, Joanna, Uther, Mephisto, and Stukov. All right, here we go into Infernal Shrines. Again, CPX Fanclub up 1-0 on the match. Looking at this setup right now, CPX Fanclub's draft looks more appealing to me. But that could just be Stitches after all. Stitches and Blaze are going to bring a lot of control to the map, but so will Joanna and Uther, and Stukov with that denial with the silence. I think it's going to come down to, honestly, how Ana and Kael'thas play. Raynor's mostly point and click. I think Kael'thas and Ana have the potential to make the difference in this game. Otherwise, I think the draft goes in favor of CPX Fanclub. And I would like to see a third game. This is a high-level match. A GLHF, HF, coming from blue. Look at the sportsmanship. All right, we got talents. We got Hold Your Ground, Unyielding Power, Nothing, Reactive Ballistospores, Unfurling Shadows, Silver Touch. That's CPX Fanclub. Patchwork Creation, Slumber Shells, New Habits, and Mana Addict. And Ace in the Hole for Deathwing's Hookah Lounge. Mephisto getting aggressive early. He shades on in and shades back out. Getting a little bit of damage on Raynor. Gravity Lapse going out. Uther getting low. Stitch is standing in the Stukov silence. Joanna trying to run away. Almost gets caught in the Flame Strike, but she lives just long enough to get her shield up. The shield gonna be enough to save her. Both teams rotating down hard into the bottom lane. Looks like Uther's going to be the solo for CPX Fanclub in the top lane against Blaze. Joanna going down to the Katie. Sylvanas looking like she's trying to get her Unfurling Shadow stacks out early. She's already at 18. That is 3 full rotations of her W. Getting off on 3 stacks of her trait on a hero. Looks like Stitch is trying to catch out CPX Fanclub, getting the siege camp. It's not going to be enough to deter them, however. He gets chased out by Sylvanas. Sylvanas getting more damage out. She's going to be a monster late game if she keeps getting those stacks up. Mephisto looking low, getting beat up, taking a lot of siege camp damage. Oh my goodness, he blinks out with less than 100 health. He grabs the health fountain while he's shaded. It's not going to be enough though. Stitches slams down on him for the finish. Mephisto goes down. It's 2 kills to none. Deathwing's Hookah Lounge said they had enough with that first game. They're ready. They're coming back with a vengeance. Looking at the siege camp to get some lane pressure here down the middle. Deathwing's Hookah Lounge 4-man. Their Stitches with a solid anchor in the bush. No contestion. No contestion? Not being contested at all by Team CPogX Fanclub. All right, the objective is about to spawn. Let's take a look. CPX Fanclub trying to get the Bruiser camp before the objective starts. Stitches having a suspicion on that. Goes in, checks, sees 3 of them, still walks in. The Mad Lad can't be deterred. He's silenced by Stukov. He goes down to half health. The rest of his team shows up. The rest of the other team shows up. We got a 5v5 in the middle. Uther goes down 3-0. Total score. Stukov looking bad. Stitches looking better than he was. Mephisto blinking out of the hook, but has to go back eventually. Mephisto goes down in that process. See, Deathwing's Hookah Lounge looking beat up, looking battered, but CPX Fanclub more worse for the wear. Stitches on the scout manages to get his team to steal the Bruiser camp, and that's going to push during the objective. That is huge for Deathwing's Hookah Lounge. Looks like the Mage and the Tank, well, the Bruiser at this point going back to heal up. Kael'thas and Blaze will be coming back momentarily. CPX Fanclub does have all of their team alive. However, they are down 16-0 on the objective. Mephisto jumps in, jumps back out, gets a little bit of damage off. It's healed right back up by Ana. The objective now starting to swing for CPX Fanclub, but the engage goes out. The hook comes through. Gravity lapse from the Kael'thas. Lots of damage going out. Lots of damage being healed back up. Stukov keeping the silence on the ground for area denial, but he will not be able to heal while he's doing it. Uther getting slept. Uther getting dropped. Blaze with the kill on Uther. Blaze trying to walk back out. Blaze getting caught by the Condemn. It's going to be enough to finish him off. Mephisto taking advantage of that huge Condemn from Joanna, getting the Rainer and the Ana. Stukov and Kael'thas, not Stukov, Stitches and Kael'thas going down while they're trying to run out of that team fight gone wrong. They were only 2 Guardians away from taking the objective. CPX Fanclub coming in clutch on the team fight, stealing the objective away. They're going to have the first Punisher marching down the bottom lane, and it is after 5 minutes, so the Punisher will have started scaling. So it'll be a little bit stronger than if it had been taken at any point under 5 minutes. It jumps over the wall onto the Stitches. Good bait by Stitches. Stitches getting chased out. The gate goes down, so so CPog is able to come in and chase out the Stitches. Stitches getting slowed, and then Ana getting caught by Joanna, but Ana staying alive just barely. Joanna taking damage from the towers, decides not to follow up on the Ana. Ana manages to keep her alive, starts healing back up Stitches. No regard for her own self. She took the health fountain. John Cena jumps over the wall again onto Stitches, pushing through the keep, trying to push the keep now. He's about to go down. Hook onto Uther after the gate falls. Uther getting caught. Uther standing on fire. Uther not enough health. Heal blocked. He goes down, but so does Blaze from Mephisto. The target focus is huge out of these 2 teams. Now it's a 4v4 standing outside Deathwing Hookah Lounge's keep. That was a huge, and I'll say it again, huge Punisher as the first Punisher coming out of the first objective for CPX Fanclub. Again, that first Punisher usually doesn't do a whole lot, but stacked up with Sylvanas' trait, disabling structures, it didn't take nearly as much damage as it could have. Both teams do have their ultimates now. Joanna looking for a catch. Her team's following up, but it's not going to be in time. They both back off. They're just going to clear the siege camp that DHL just captured. We have Falling Sword for the engage on Joanna. Oh, there's a stun goes out on Ana, and then the Divine Storm. Then the Root, she's going to go down, not even able to say a thing about it. Uther keeping Kael'thas busy in the back line while Stitches is really low. Do a barrel roll, Star Fox. Get out of there. Sylvanas goes down to the Blaze. Stitches comes back for the hook. Just catches a minion, however. That's going to be a sad day for Stitches. He's hungry for more, I'm sure. A 1-for-1 trade. Sylvanas for Ana. A Blaze dashing in, catching the, I think, the Mephisto. Then he shades out once he has the ability to. Stitches dropping the Bile, trying to get a solid disengage for his team. Finishing up those ultimates, we have Durance of Hate for Mephisto. Divine Storm on the Uther, massive shove, and Wailing Arrow. Looks like they're going for a hard engage and then pushing out the one target that they're worried about. Stitches with Putrid Bile, Nano Boost from the Ana, Hyperion from Jimmy, Bunker Drop from the Blaze, and Phoenix for area control from Kael'thas. Blaze trying to put a little bit of harass out on Sylvanas, clearing out the siege camp. It's not going to do much. Sylvanas just keeping the siege camp worn down, dead. That siege camp goes nowhere. Jimmy getting caught out near his own base by Joanna as it was a 4v4. Jimmy paid the price though. Kael'thas trying to get some clear, looking for an opportunity to come in. Stukov with the silence as Mephisto blinks out. They're on the same team, so that doesn't matter. It was on the Mephisto's target. Phoenix comes out from the Kael'thas. Blaze looking bad. Bunker drop. Divine Storm. Divine Hammer on the Kael'thas. Sylvanas getting out with the bomb on her. However, she survives. Blaze still looking bad coming out of the bunker. They were not able to clear out around the bunker in time for him to come out and live. Hyperion goes out. Almost takes out the Uther. Kael'thas finishing off the Mephisto. Raynor does finish off the Uther. 2 for 2 on that fight. Uther's passive finally falls off. He goes away back to the Hall of Storms. Joanna drops down. Stukov finishing off the Kael'thas. That's going to be a third kill. 3 for 2 on that engage. 11-9 overall. Favor CPogX Fanclub. Sylvanas looking for an opportunity to find something to do. She finds Stitches and Blaze chasing a Joanna. She banshees in. She gets caught. She's stunned. Chain CC'd by the Stitches and the Blaze. I'm sure Asleep had something to do with that. Sylvanas goes down. A little bit of good-natured back and forth. Looks like both teams are having a good time. Objective is up. Kael'thas starts wearing down on the Guardians. He comes down to help his team. Bunker drop came out from the Blaze. Looks like they're trying to make a play on the Bruisers as this objective is up. Mephisto trying to harass. Blaze goes in on the Uther. Falling sword from the Joanna. Uther goes down to the Kael'thas, however. He's not able to get out of the Phoenix in time. Wailing Arrow out on 3. That's silencing the healer, the mage, and the Jimmy. Hyperion comes out from the Jimmy, however. Kael'thas finishing off the Mephisto with a living bomb. Gravity Lapse on the Joanna. Is it going to be enough to hold her down? It is. Joanna slowed by the Blaze Oil as well. Jimmy picking her off. That's a 3-for-0 exchange in favor of Deathwing's Hookah Lounge. That's going to be enough to put them up on XP, on experience, and kills, and probably give Kael'thas time to go do the objective on his own. Sylvanas falls too. 4-for-0 on the fight. They 4-man the Bruiser camp. Gonna get it pushing with John Cena as Kael'thas works on the objective. Uther coming in to see what he can say about it. Blaze says nothing. That Bruiser camp gets captured. Looks like Deathwing's Hookah Lounge is gonna move up to the objective now. Lots of pressure going out on the Guardians. Not that the Guardians can feel pressure. I hear the map objectives feel no pain in this game. The Arcane Punisher spawned for Team Deathwing's Hookah Lounge. It's going to provide a lot of area damage. Predictable, but present. Jumps out onto the Joanna, who is unstoppable. Doesn't get stunned by a falling sword. It is a 3-man falling sword. Stitches, Jimmy, and Kael'thas. However, Blaze getting the bunker drop, getting the Uther. Joanna getting caught by the Blaze, hooked by the Stitches. That's enough for the kill. 2-0 favor Deathwing's Hookah Lounge. This Punisher is gone past the fort. Punisher, go back. You forgot something. Never mind. His team says, we'll take the fort out, big guy. You go ahead and work on the Keep's front line. Punisher goes down. Sigh of relief from CPX Fanclub. Mephisto jumping out deep with his shade, but the shade does bring him back. He's safe and sound. Looks like DHL is looking for an opportunity to get a siege camp. Uh-oh, they find Sylvanas doing the camp. The Hook grabs the goat, however, letting Sylvanas know safely. It might be enough for her to get out. No, not enough forewarning. She goes down to the Stitches. Falling Sword comes in from Joanna to try to rescue Deagle Dan, who is being beat up by Stitches and Blaze. That's enough to kill Uther. Mephisto also goes down from the Ana. Another 3-0 team fight. They steal the camp. And now they're going to push with their pressure. We got a 4-man in the bot lane against 2. Kael'thas coming down to make it 5. They say no, forget map pressure. Let's get the camp and let the camp provide the pressure instead. Looks like Kael'thas going for his siege camp as well. If I were a betting man, I would say that they would go for the bruiser camp after that. Bottom siege camp captured, DHL. Mid camp almost putting the hurt on Kael'thas. Kael'thas saying, yeah, but I've got fire. Pause comes out for team DHL. Uh-oh, we've got a bloody finger.
A bloody finger?
Yes.
Is that a euphemism?
No, he straight up says, I have a bloody finger. Well, he just said bloody finger. That's going to be interesting. Let me get a ruling from the friends. Let's see if I can go find the rules real quick. Double check on the timer. Okay, they get 10 minutes of pause time per match. So they do have now coming up on 5 minutes left in pause time per match. All right, so while we're paused, let's go ahead and see what they can see. My bad. I that's misinformation on my part. CPL timer pause on that, or pause on that one. There we go. Sorry about that, folks. All right, here we are again. I was going to try to show what they had vision of, but it didn't work out too well. I'm good at this game. All right, DHL pushing down bot. Big hook on Sylvanas by Stitches. Gravity laughs at the end of it. I'm still showing Joanna. Falling sword from the Joanna, picking off the Rainer and the Kael'thas. That's going to be huge, saving Sylvanas' life. Instead, taking Jimmy Rainer. You can see how I could blend that together into the Ice Queen. Picking off Anna, Jimmy, and Kael'thas. Stitch is still trying to run for his life. There we go. That's the vision we want. He picks Uther back out, trying to pull him in tower range. Just not enough. Uther with the stun walks into tower range, takes a little bit extra damage. The rest of CPX pushing in on the keep. Lag on Team DHL's side. Oh, they're ready. Looks like CPX Fanclub trying to push in on the core. It's putting out a lot of damage, but they don't have a lot of contestion from the enemy team. However, they do get mostly all rooted. They're all rooted. Unstoppable from the Joanna. They're pushing out 30%, 20%, 10%. Phoenix goes out. Touchdown and the sweep for CPX Fanclub. Congratulations to CPX Fanclub. Again, another game that doesn't make it to level 20. I'm going to see if I can get Legacy, the captain of CPX Fanclub, in the here in voice for a post-match interview. That is best 2 of 3. That is the match. All right, looks like I am going to get Legacy here momentarily. Let's look at these talents real quick. Again, the ultimates for the team fight impact is Falling Sword, Durance of Hate. Oh, I'm getting Filth instead. Got Filth the healer. Divine Storm, Massive Shove, Wailing Arrow, and then Putrid Bile, Nano Boost, Hyperion, Bunker Drop, and Phoenix for Deathwing's Hookah Lounge. Hey, Filth, how you doing? Congratulations on the sweep.
Howdy.
So, Legacy didn't want to come talk to me, huh? He sent the healer.
No, I wanted to come. I
Oh,
took
well,
it from him.
well, I'm glad to have you. Congratulations on the sweep. This is your first match of the season, right?
Yeah, it is.
So, tell me about that pause at the end of the game right before the win.
Well, Mintori started getting His finger started bleeding a bit. We came back and we decided we wanted to win the game, so we just ran at them, and we won.
Okay, so he's trying to spam his keyboard enough, and it's making him bleed.
He has like a finger issue. I don't even know.
Oh, okay. Well, even the chat saying sketch pause. That
Yeah.
and fortunately we don't have to figure out the timer decision. I did remember what the timers were at, but I was gonna be happy to settle that after the game if we needed to. But a pause in both games. Obviously y'all won off of the pauses. The first one being early in the game, the second one being late in the game. Did the pause affect the momentum? Did it have any effect at all?
The first game I don't really remember the pause. The second
It
game,
was before the gates even opened.
okay, yeah, so that didn't do anything. But the second game, it was probably good for us, I guess, because we were kind of trolling, and after the pause, we decided we wanted to go win the game real quick. So
Okay,
we
so
thought
so
we
y'all were
didn't want
y'all
them
were a
to
little
pass
confident and decided to finish off. So tell me about that team comp in the first game. No tank with double split push, right? I mean, that's how you sum up that team comp.
Yeah, pretty much.
What made you decide to go with the unconventional comp and basically try to avoid all of the team fights?
I mean, Samurai Abathur is really OP. I think tanks are pretty bad right now. You can get away with it, especially on that map. You can just go for the first trib when you have a Hanzo. Hanzo can just stall it forever. And you saw like the first objective, we got like a 2-level lead in a fort, so they didn't respond to it, even though they have like multiple globals, which was probably a pretty big mistake.
Right, I noticed they brought 3, potentially 4 globals if they wanted to take stage dive, and it really the only presence I saw from it was Deathwing harassing the tribute captures pretty well, I might add, and the Falstad flying down and gusting your entire team into the keep towers. Those were the only real presence I saw from the globals.
Yeah, I think the big thing that game was just letting me get so much value bottom on the first tribute. They really should have like kept Falstad or somebody down there, but it's really hard to play into that comp. Like Samurai Abba is ridiculously toxic.
Abba, yeah, absolutely. But the soak though provided from both of them, and Abba being able to provide that split soak with the team fight presence should it happen. He picked off a lot of those kills.
Yeah, he was pretty good.
So then coming into the second game, you have Joanna, Stukov, Uther, and Sylvanas with the Wailing Arrow. But that's a lot of. That is a lot of. Sorry, chat's talking to me about your team's logo and that I don't have it. That's a lot of crowd control, hard engage, especially with the Divine Storm and the Falling Sword. I mean, Blessed Shield is still a great engage, but Falling Sword is a harder engage. And then Stukov with, I assume the shove is to get rid of the one person you don't want in that fight. And then you have the silence to keep them stuck in a really bad situation. So it looks like y'all were going all in for the second game. Were y'all planning on a full hard engage comp to begin with?
Well, I think we were just picking OP heroes really, and then towards the end, I'm not sure why, but we got an Uther and a Stukov. Don't really know what happened there, but
More
our macro
unconventional
was really
team
bad,
comps.
but our team fight was really, really strong. That comp bodies people in fights, but we got out macroed pretty bad.
Yeah, the Uther I noticed was your top laner.
Yeah.
It's which I thought was interesting, especially because he went with the trait talent with the trait quest, which if he's gonna be a second healer and a bruiser, I would normally expect him to go with the stun quest, but that's just what I'm used to. But the double healer worked out for you. Y'all had a lot of bulk between Uther and Joanna and a lot of sustain between Uther and Stukov, making it look like Uther was actually a clutch pick and the Divine Storm to secure engages, but that's not what y'all thought of, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. We had I'm not really sure what we were going for with our ults. We were kind of just hoping that get somebody with a with like a Mephisto ult, get them clumped up, body them with Stukov Silence, Falling Sword, and hopefully they just all die early.
Yeah, and then Wailing Arrow just in case.
Yeah, straight on
So
top.
so with this game, y'all won both, or with this match rather, y'all won both games. So it's really easy to see what y'all were doing well. What do you think you did the best?
I think we did macro pretty good in the first game. I think we were kind of running circles around them a little bit. Second game, I don't think we really did anything good second game other than the last fight. We just kind of won it. That was about it.
So you thought you were behind for like the entire second game until you weren't?
We won the first. We were doing good early game. We won the first thing. Then we started getting body mid game, and then we just swiped them once later in the game and won.
So until that last fight, y'all were actually a little nervous then, huh?
Yeah, it was a little spooky.
Well, I will admit, and it's no slight to you, I was kind of hoping for a third game. Just because who doesn't want to watch more HOTS, right? And yell at their computer about it. But y'all were able to secure it. So a little bit harder to see, but you've talked about some of it. But the looks like cohesion in the hero picks and the talent picks. What do you say? What would you say coming out of these two games? You need to work on the most. What did y'all not execute the way you would have liked to?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how good our second draft was. It was probably a little troll. So maybe work on our drafting a bit.
Okay, drafting strategy. All right. Speaking of draft, Sylvanas has been huge. Sorry. So Sylvanas has been huge since this new Nexus anomaly, and y'all first picked her because she didn't get banned. Y'all did ban her out in the first game. Is she? Would you say that she really is 100% pick ban worthy right now, or what's her impact?
I think she's pretty good. I don't know if she's that good. I know Noah hates her. He thinks she's a pretty bad hero, but being able to turn off structures now is way stronger than it used to be. I think she was already pretty good before the patch. I think she's okay. I don't know if she's like 100% pick ban or anything though.
Okay. I have a couple questions from the Twitch chat, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Legacy 100 wants to know, why did Stukov never heal Joanna?
I think it's because my Joanna was always about 3 miles into their team. So I couldn't really
an
get to him.
overextending Joanna. She was looking pretty low a lot of times, able to escape with that trait though. So Joanna, if you want heals, stay close to the healer. Also, Free PX wants to know, who is CPogX and why are you his fan club?
CPogX is a world-renowned Tracer player. He's one of the best players in North America. He streams at twitch.tv/freepx, and he's my idol.
He is your idol. So are you
Yeah.
the namer of this team?
I am not, no, but everybody kind of disagrees that he's a
Okay.
national treasure.
He is a national treasure. At least a Blizzard treasure, right?
Yes.
All right. So this is the first week of the season. This is Heroic Division, which means your division is the best of the best. What team would you say you were concerned about, or maybe even afraid of going into this season?
I think I'm not sure what their quarantine. I think it's like the team with Carbon and Jachuggy on it. I think they're probably the scariest team right now. I think Regen's pretty good.
Let's see if I can check on
well.
that for you. You said Quarantine Kappas or Quarantine? Quarantine with Carbon. Quarantine.
Yeah.
All right. And you said Regen?
Yeah, then Regen and We Take These. I think those are like the 3 teams that I'm really scared about, I guess.
All right. Oh, I definitely look forward to seeing those matches and to see how y'all do with them. Do you have anything else that you feel like you should share about your team or this match before we move on to your shoutouts?
No, I think I'm good.
Is there anything in particular I should ask you that I haven't?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, all right. So, who do you have shoutouts for me today?
I'll shout out my hero himself, CPX.
All right, CPogX, shout out.
And then that's my only shout out.
That's your only shout out. All right. All right. Well, thank you so much, Phil. That was a wonderful match. especially from a healing standpoint, looks like y'all really didn't suffer too many deaths overall either. So
Yep. I'm nuts at Stukov.
you said you're nuts at Stukov?
Yep, one of the best.
Oh, well, there you go. All right, sir. You have a wonderful night. Go have a great time with your team.
Yep, you too. Thanks for casting.
Absolutely. All right, folks. Thank you so much for joining. I'm going to find another NGS stream to send you over to. Please, please, please fill out the caster review. That way I can get better. I love doing this. I want to get better, and I can only do that if you let me know where I can improve. Let's see. We have